The window. I want to give you a good view, but the window is screaming. Light interjects, world building in the gaps of mangled Venetians. You can look outside the missing slats, those that have snapped in half dangle from the ladder. I will do my best to straighten the bent rungs that were slapped or grabbed without breaking cleanly. I would like to raise the blind, but the broken rose won't fold. So here I'll try to tear away at the ugly, shattered human filter of myself in an attempt to expose a little skin, a little green, a little blur of sky. The coincidence for Tyler. Just an instant of unobstructed sunsets grabs the surprise downfall by the shoulders, silvering rain with the dregs of daylight before a cloud occludes the wound I am wound by, wound up and released from the kitchen just in time to catch a glimpse of this coincidence. A glimpse is all I get. The rain angles away from the door I'm backed by, reflected in. Though no one sees this, no one sees me out here in my ratty pajamas. After Basho, it hurts where I hit myself on the head. Who would want to be a poet, snagged, as you said, except when or where it's the only viable option, so as not to end up a suicide? Sometimes I imagine myself a preacher because I was good at debate in high school, or because people always thought I was deep and wanted to have deep conversations with me. But you have to have a sermon to preach, and I have a brain tumor where the sermon would grow. Sometimes I imagine myself a scientist because my sight is limited to my sight, a cascade of catkins and the interstate streaming below my balcony rail. But that's not science. That's just another poem. The painting. If I could paint, I would paint the precise moment in late afternoon when the temperature on the oven baking eggplant so closely matches the clock that I have to give it a second take, and low light ignites a square patch of Daryl's backyard, radiant green, a small domain surrounded on all sides by growing shadow, and the wind makes me glad I'm wearing the hoodie I kept going back and forth on, and of course the rabbit would be there in the painting with its black eye riveted upon me, but how would I convey its quiet movement through bright geometry toward a shade in which I squeeze my oils? out of their brittle tubes. And that's it. That's the last poem in the book.